It's in the game. It's the Tigers and the Saints, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 24.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Tigers of Tokyo taking on the New Orleans Saints. With my good friend Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and the moment has finally arrived, CD. It's time to begin a new NFL season.
Partner, there's no hiding my excitement as I got ready this morning. I could not wait to get here for this game. Imagine what it's like out there on the field for those players, though. OTAs, training camp, preseason has all led to this moment when they officially kicked it.
Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And we get a glance at their leader in the huddle, the veteran, in his 9th season now in the league.
All right, partner, a brand new season. With it comes a sense of unbridled optimism for every team and, of course, every quarterback. It's a blank slate for every passer in this league, and he really couldn't hide his excitement during interviews this week. He thinks his offense is stacked. They've spent the entire offseason making adjustments and trying to find another gear. And as this season begins, they believe they've found it. You watch him warm up, everything is crisp, moving with great speed. This is an offense that can't wait to get to the first series of the new year.
Now a throw here, hauled in. 7 yards there and a first down. Now Cousins. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Flowers. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Second down and a yard. Cousins now. And he's got his man on the out route. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So from the 37, here's second down and a yard. Play action now. Cousins. That's caught. It's Flowers. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 23 yards the pickup there. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. And it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
On second down now, Dixon. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Saints are on the board here first in the season opener. And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And you want to talk about enormous expectations being placed on a quarterback. How about what Trevor Lawrence faced coming out of college? But the good thing for him, he's used to it. He had the same type of expectations leaving high school and going to Clemson. They always expect him to be a franchise savior whatever team he joins. And to his credit, he shouldered those expectations and he's doing everything in his power to follow through.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Again, Cunningham here on the ground. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Here's Lawrence to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That's a gain of 14.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1, a lot more to go. Lawrence going to fire it out wide, complete. From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Lawrence will throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 40. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They run with Cunningham. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Cunningham. Taking it right down Broadway. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Lawrence. He finds his man complete. It's Martinez. So nothing doing there. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And the Saints are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now an injured player here, so a stoppage, and that's Jameson Williams who's shaken up. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Lawrence. Over the middle, it's complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. From the 41, here's 2nd and 6. Now Lawrence to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch, no matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 18. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. They go with Cunningham. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Tigers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. On 2nd down, Dixon. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. His throw incomplete. Try to get that one to Chris Olave, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Cousins. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Throwing, Cousins. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
2nd down, Cousins. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. To throw is Cousins. Open man is Flowers. He's got it. And he is going to have a Saints first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different colored jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
The Tokyo offense heads back out there now. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Here's Cunningham. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. 2nd and 5. As they've got it as we resume action. On 2nd down, Lawrence. Here's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. Now Lawrence. That's caught. It's Cunningham. Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. Just a gain of a couple there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone, first down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
It's a throw again is Lawrence. Touchdown! From 10 yards out, and his guys have taken the lead.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Extra point attempt here still to come. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
So the completion good for just 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
They'll try the left side. Dixon. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
On now to punt, Brad Robbins.
And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. That'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Now Lawrence.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2. From midfield now, Lawrence. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. On 3rd down, Cunningham. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Lawrence.
Battled by the linebacker, but still adjusts and makes the catch.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Cunningham, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 24-yard line.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
He's got it. Touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Tigers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they wanted to attack.
Point after try forthcoming. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drives 7 plays in length. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Now a handoff up the middle. Dixon.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Dixon. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Cousins on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Cousins now. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Carr. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Now Cousins. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Tokyo set to go on offense once again. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. They go play action with Lawrence. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. On first down, Lawrence. Here's Johnson with a reception. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. But they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, Dixon. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This offense back to work now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Here's Lawrence to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Martinez. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Lawrence. Throw left side complete. That's Cunningham. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So this lead, Charles, just continuing to swell here in the first half.
Well, it's interesting. When we talked to them prior to the game, they told us that their game plan was take no prisoners, and they've lived up to it so far because everything has worked. No guarantee that'll continue. But all in all, this coaching staff's got to be very pleased by what they've seen.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman. It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Now this offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Cunningham. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now Lawrence to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 40. That one goes for 24 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now Lawrence on 1st down, and that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's Lawrence. He finds his man Johnson. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 22-yard line. Give them 18 on the play. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll try the left side. Cunningham. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. 2nd down and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cunningham. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Lawrence. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Here's 3rd and 7. Again, it's Lawrence. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off from the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
At the 21-yard line.
Cousins. And Dixon has it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
At the 43-yard line.
1st down. Here's Cousins. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. Dixon. And he'll be stopped at the 46. Gain of 3.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Tokyo set to go on offense once again. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead, but that was a drive that was so long it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
On 2nd down now, it's Cunningham. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Tigers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here, because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
To throw, Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together, as that brings up another 4th down.
This is fielded at the 27. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Cunningham. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
This is 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
Over the middle, complete. That's Cunningham. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And it's 3rd down.
Now Lawrence.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. That's caught. It's Cunningham.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
Now Lawrence.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a 1st down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 14-yard line.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Tried to go draw play out of the gun down here.
Yeah, they tried to spread things out, didn't they? They wanted to move people away from the center of the field, away from the line of scrimmage near the ball, so that the runner could find some space. Unsuccessfully, though.
Back to throw. Lawrence. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack. And it's going to lead him to 4th down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Now Cousins.
That's caught. It's Flowers.
A big-time play there for New Orleans. 46 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Dixon. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there,
touchdown, Saints. From 19 yards away.
And the Saints get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Well, this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
The Tokyo offense heads back out there now. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
On second down, it's Cunningham. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the...
Now Cunningham has the ball knocked out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game like we used to have where you checked off your boxes. But 0 turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they coughed one up here.
Yeah, their first blemish. They had mistake-free football prior.
Now the Saints coming back out ready to go. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
And on now is the punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. Breaks a tackle. It'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Cousins on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
Here's Cousins.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up.
On third down, Cousins.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Saints' 45-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cunningham, and this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And this one taken in by Olave. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
That's good for us Saints.
Throwing, Cousins. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Cousins now. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Cousins to throw it. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. On 1st down, Cunningham. And down inside the 40 to about the 38.
93 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 3.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cunningham. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. It'll be a gain of 2. And speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And this one is right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, it's hard to put your finger on whether this is something to celebrate or something maybe the offense is embarrassed by, but that's now 6 field goals he's made in this game alone.
Yeah, he's bailed them out quite a bit so far, but it's very comforting to know that you have a kicker that's got your back.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
The Saints again ready to go on offense. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. And he's got his man on the out route. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go play action. Cousins. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Tokyo, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.